Get off this property, or I'm calling the cops, you filthy rancher. That's how my neighbor, Carolyn Fisher, self-appointed queen of the Cedar Hollow HOA, greeted me as I sipped my coffee, standing on land my family has owned for 3 generations. Carolyn, with her bleach blonde bob and crimson pantsuit, had terrorized 14 families in our neighborhood with her power-tripping HOA rulebook. She fined a retired Marine for hanging a flag too large and forced a single mom to repaint her entire house because her shutters were the wrong hue. But calling the cops on me, on my own ranch, that was her biggest mistake yet. She had no clue who I really was. 6 months earlier, I'd left my 60-acre property under the care of my groundskeeper, Mark Adams, to travel overseas for work. The old oak at my front gate still stood firm when I pulled in this morning, but the energy felt hostile before I could kill the engine on my battered Chevy Silverado. Carolyn was standing at the gate, phone out, already recording. Her stupid clipboard had a sticker that read "Number 1 HOA President." I nearly spit my coffee laughing. Well, she sneered. Her phone camera inches from my face. The uneducated farm trash crawls home. Don't bother unpacking, you're in violation of 15 community standards. I played the confused hillbilly perfectly. Morning, Miss Carolyn. Something wrong. She smirked, voice dripping with fake politeness. Your grass is an inch too high. Your rooster's crow is 4 decibels over the limit. Your truck is parked crooked. And your barn? It's painted, unpleasantly rustic for Cedar Hollow's image. I just scratched my head and took a slow sip. Let her rant. She had no idea the trap she was walking into. Then came the showstopper. She dialed 911 on speaker for all the neighbors peeking through curtains to hear. Emergency. There's a suspicious trespasser on HOA property. He looks dangerous, maybe on drugs. Send police immediately. The drama queen's live stream hit Facebook within seconds. By the time the sheriff's deputies arrived, the video titled "Karen Calls Cops on Ranch Owner" had 600,000 views and hashtag Justice for Logan was trending. The officers, barely out of the academy, judging by the baby faces, looked at her, then at me, then back at the ranch sign behind me that read Logan Hayes Ranch, established 1955. She shoved a fake deed at them, complete with my forged signature. I feigned confusion, stuttering just enough to keep the hillbilly act alive. When the cops, wisely, refused to arrest me on my own land, Carolyn threw a full tantrum. You'll see. I control every blade of grass here. You'll beg to leave when I'm done with you. She stormed off, waving her phone like a royal scepter. The crowd filmed every second. Perfect. Inside, Mark met me with a grin. Rough homecoming, boss? He winked, tipping his gardening hat. Just how we planned it, I whispered back. I paused in the hallway, looking at a dusty photo on the mantel. My wife, my house in California, everything I lost back in 2015 to another crooked HOA. The rage simmered. Never again. I went to my study, logged in, and the map lit up my screen. 347,000 dots, each one an HOA. I didn't just own this ranch. I controlled the single largest network of HOA oversight companies in America. United Homeowners Trust. I am the storm you unleash when you think you run the neighborhood. At dawn, Carolyn's petty tyranny escalated. Bulldozers crushed my vegetable beds, tomatoes my late mother planted. I dropped to my knees in real grief while her followers cheered on her live stream. Violation code 52B. No edible gardens in luxury zones. The internet flipped. Monster Karen Flatten's Rancher's Memorial Garden hit 2 million views in an hour. She called a press conference at my gate that afternoon, waving an obviously photoshopped environmental violation report. She announced I owed $80,000 in cleanup fees and would be forcibly removed in 24 hours. My neighbors, once too scared to speak, started slipping me bottled water and sandwiches behind her back. Their eyes said it all. We're ready to fight. Just tell us how. Next morning, at 5 a.m. sharp, her final act began. 3 eviction trucks, 12 rent-a-cops, a huge banner, restoring Cedar Hollow's beauty, and a live feed titled "Evicting the Ranch Vermin." 95,000 viewers and climbing. Sign these papers, or we drag you out on camera. Logan, she shrieked, thrusting her phony eviction order at me. I let my hands tremble, dropped the pen, stammered nonsense. Played dumb as a stump. Then she slipped. Her smug mouth moved faster than her brain. Everything is going just like he planned. just like he promised. Wait. Her eyes darted around as the live comments exploded. Who is he? Mark, still watering flowers, muttered to me. She handed it to us, boss. Showtime. I nodded once. Right on cue, sirens. Not just local cops this time, but 5 black SUVs with federal plates. Doors swung open in perfect sync, and out stepped Agent Robert Kane, my lead contact at the FBI. He walked past Carolyn like she was invisible and addressed me with the clearest word in that tense, silent crowd. Boss. Sorry we're late. The entire HOA eviction squad froze. The neighbors gasped. Carolyn's face went chalk white. I took off the battered cowboy hat, ran my fingers through my hair, and with slow, deliberate calm, unbuttoned my flannel to reveal a crisp CEO dress shirt beneath. Good morning, Cedar Hollow, I said into her abandoned microphone. My name is Logan Hayes, founder and CEO of United Homeowners Trust. I oversee every major HOA oversight contract in America. The audience and live stream erupted. Comments scrolled so fast they blurred. Plot twist of the century. I turned to Carolyn, who had dropped to her knees. You thought you ran this place. You didn't even run your own mouth properly. I run your budget. I sign your paycheck. I hired half your board. And for 6 months, my security team has filmed every violation, every forged document, every harassment, in 4K. You're done. Agent Kane stepped up. Carolyn Fisher, you are under federal arrest for fraud, racketeering, forgery, and conspiracy. She shrieked. You can't. You'll never survive Weston Harlow. He owns us all. I knelt beside her. Weston Harlow? He's under arrest too. You played his puppet and lost. By dusk, every major news outlet had the footage. Hashtag Logan the HOA boss trended #1 worldwide. People chanted in my driveway. Neighbors toasted under the old oak tree. But as I sipped my reclaimed garden's first ripe tomato juice weeks later, a black Bentley pulled up. The woman who stepped out was everything Carolyn wished she'd been. Designer suit, pearl earrings, calm shark eyes. Penelope Whitmore Harlow. I greeted her before she could speak. PWH. Weston's sister. And the one who emptied my company's account last night. She smirked. You know who I am. Good. Then you know I represent the other 3 heads of the HOA Hydra. Walk away now, Logan, or we erase you again. Worse than 2015. I didn't rise from my rocking chair. Just tapped my phone. FBI. Frozen assets confirmed. Indictments ready. Helicopters inbound. Sirens wailed in the distance. Penelope's smile faltered. She turned to run and promptly face-planted in my freshly watered garden bed. The camera caught every second. Final boss Karen in the mud hit 5 million views before breakfast. In the end, the entire Harlow syndicate fell. Congress passed Hayes' law, making corrupt HOA abuse a federal crime. 99% of boards nationwide turned over voluntarily. Families slept easy knowing no petty tyrant could ever steal their homes again. Today, I still live here. The ranch is calm. The oak tree now bears a bronze plaque, where America took its neighborhoods back. Sometimes, visitors ask what my title really is. I sip my coffee, glance at the peaceful green pasture, and say, just a rancher. And that, my friend, is more than enough.